Contrary to his name, he's actually the calm one.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Legacy Deluxe class, Wildrider. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have a lovely image of Wildrider in his calm mode. He is a Deluxe Classic, Deluxe Classic de Lujo Transformers. On this side of the box, we have the lovely Legacy artwork. On this side we have Wildrider again and Wildrider again. Up top, Transformers Legacy. On the bottom, words, things, part codes. On the back of the box, obligatory product shots and the QR code. You want to scan it, go ahead, free scan on me, you're welcome. And that's basically it for the packaging. Then moving right along, here we have Wildrider, the next of our Legacy Stunticons, and here he is in his robot mode, as always packed in robot mode, and not too bad. It looks, it looks good NG1, although this back here is, but from the front looks pretty good. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his belly, but at his noggin. There's the noggin. Yeah. Oh no, nice looking head sculpt there. Nice red for the face. He does have light piping, but you can't really tell. You have to have the light like right up against the back of his head for it to really show up, but he does have light piping. You have the nice silver there on the chest with the blue, the red on the arms. And moving on down, not a whole lot to talk about, but you do have some nice molded detailing there. His big old feet. The rims there picked out in silver. Moving up the back, you do have kind of a lot of weird backpacky stuff going on there. Not the most elegant, but hey, it is what it is. There are some things we can do about it, but yeah, not the most elegant backpack. Now, articulation-wise, the head, I can't tell. I don't think it's not on the ball joint. It's just on a rotational joint. So it can just do a full 360. I guess you can kind of use the transformation joint, do a little squirrel, kinda, sorta. Arms can do a full 360, can move in and out. You have bicep rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend there, slightly over 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. Nothing at the wrist, just inward movement due to transformation. You have waist rotation. Legs can move forward, that far, back, that far, outward, can do the full splits, and then some. You have thigh rotation, 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. And the feet, they can move up a lot, can't really move down, and you have ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, you get not one but two blasters here. They're both the same mold, just done in black with some silver on them. Some nice little blasters. If you want, you can peg them together like so you can have a double-barreled blaster, if that's something you want to do, or you can have him wielding both guns, like so we can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And no, the guns are not Blush compatible. No Blush compatibles. Now let's talk about his backpack for a minute, because his backpack is quite divisive, because it divides. But per the instructions, this is how they want you to have this oriented, with these sections just kind of flared out, I guess kind of looking like a cape or something. I don't know. I mean, you could do it if you want to. If you don't like the way that looks, you can always just collapse these right back up like so. And it makes things a little bit more compact, cleans up the silhouette a bit more. So as always, it's yours. Display it however you wish. I do wish the backpack could collapse back a little bit farther, but it is what it is. But there's something you can do about the silhouettes if you want to. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with his Combiner Wars replacement. They did release a proper Wildrider later, but I never got it. I kept him, but there you have that. And here he is with G1 Wildrider, because he's precious. Oh, so very precious. Here he is with the Megs, so you can see how that works out. And lastly but not leastly, here he is with Motormaster and Drag Strip, so we can see how the team is shaping up. And they're shaping up quite nicely in my opinion, so there you go. But that is basically it for the robot mode, so let's get down to transformation, shall we? So, get him transformed into vehicle mode. First thing we're going to do is just flip in his hands. You want to make sure his arms get straightened all the way out. Flip in the hand and straighten that arm all the way out like so. You want to open up this section here, flip the head in, close it back up, and we are on our way. So just bring his arms down to his side like so. You want to take this whole head section here, you want to bring it down, and then you want to angle it up because these tabs need to pass through these slots right here. So just angle that in, and that will just drop down. You just bring all that down, then you just bring down the windshield. That will tab in right there, and there you have all that locked into place, and that's the front of the car all done. And now we move on to the back. Rotate the waist 180. You want to flip his feet up, then you want to open up his legs like so. Then you want to just flip all this around, flip all this around. Just easier to do the legs one at a time. And then once you do that, you can just clip that all together, close that up. Got little tabs there. You want to make sure they're sitting behind these little panels here. You want to make sure everything is nice and squozen. And there you go. There you have Wildrider in his alt mode. He just spun himself off the screen because he's that wild. He's so wild. So very wild. But there he is in his alt mode. And a very wild alt mode it is. Anyway, but let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You got a nice Decepticon symbol right there on the hood. I love the transparent red windshields and windows. This looks nice and evil. The rims picked out in silver. I'll have to get some silver on that clip there so it'll blend in a bit better. You know, the kind of like reddish, kind of more like a maroon stripe going down this side. Got some detail there in the back. Detail back there. Unfortunately, not picked out in paints. But there is the top. There is the bottom. He does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling! And for comparison, here he is with his Combiner Wars replacement. And here he is with G1 Wildrider because he's precious. Oh, so precious. And here he is with Motormaster and Drag Strip, so we can see how the Stunticons are shaping up. And they look quite good together. Quite good. So, there you go. Now, as far as storage for your weapons go, you can store these on the car mode. They're just these two ports right up top. Just take them, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, and there you go. You got that going on. A car with guns on top. Why not? Dare I say, why not? And one thing to note also is that I always end up with this gap here. I always end up with a gap right there. I don't know. I can never get it closed up entirely. I don't know. He doesn't do all that much, so I can't be missing a step. I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. I have no idea, but I always end up with that gap there. But it is what it is. But yeah, guns on the top of the car. Hooray! Hooray for storage! So that is basically it for the vehicle mode. So let's get down to transformation again, shall we? So you could leave the guns on if you wanted to, honestly, but I'm going to take them off because I just want to. So getting into combined mode is actually quite simple. All you're going to do is just pop the windshield up, take the hood, bend that up like so, just bring that down, and voila, there he is, in combined mode. That's it, that's all you're doing. Hooray for simplicity. Sometimes there's genius in simplicity, I don't care. And now we'll bring in the Mighty Menasor, and how this is going to work is, you just take Wildrider, and he will just plug in right back here. There are posts that will go into ports. There are tabs right here, which will go into these slots right here. And when you push him in, he's going to push on this little purple section that in turn will close those doors up, close those panels up. So just a case of lining everything up and plugging it in. Can take a little bit of doing, but it's doable. Get everything lined up. There we go. Push that in, push that in. Get all nice and squozen. And There he is, combined with Venusaur. And here is how he is looking thus far. So there we have Venusaur with an arm, with one leg bot on. And all in all, I still think looks quite cool. And yes, I know about the DNA kit that they're putting out for this guy. I saw the reveal. I do have it on pre-order, so we'll take a look at that when it is released. But anyway, yeah, as far as Venusaur goes, he is coming along quite nicely. So there you go. So there you have Wildrider, and yeah, he's a decent figure. On the robot mode, looks pretty good. On the backpack is a little unwieldy, but there is something you can do to clean up the silhouette a little bit. Vehicle mode looks good. As always, the transformation is pretty smooth, enjoyable. I always end up with a little gap there up top, but again, that could be something I'm just doing wrong, or I don't know if it's just a problem with the figure. I don't know. But all in all, though, very happy to have another member of the Sunticon crew, and let's keep it going. So, there you go. Now, if you would like this or any other Legacy figures, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the Legacy playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Wildrider. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, bomb in your face. Ah, yes, Wildrider's online. Now what are you gonna do? I'm gonna bust them up. Then go bust them up. Yeah! No, that's my stuff you're busting up. No, bad.